All right. Hello. Today is Tuesday, May 12th. It is the last day before the 2020 AP English Literature and Composition test, the test that you've all been working so hard to get ready for and conquer. It comes up tomorrow at 1 o'clock p.m. 1 o'clock p.m. You'll want to log in, check your e-ticket at 12:30, open up your device, get it rolling. At 12:30, so you're all set for the test when it comes up at 1 o'clock. Earlier today, I posted a video with everything that you need to do. There's a checklist ahead of time. Hopefully, you've already done a lot of those things, but maybe today you can get the rest of those things done. Get that Chromebook plugged in, get your desk set up where you're going to work, get your paper ready to go. If you're going to type it, open up that Google Doc, put your 8-digit AP ID and your initials at the top, not your name, your initials at the top. If you're going to write it, get 5 sheets of paper out, write your 8-digit code and your initials at the top, and then number the pages 1 through 5. You might not use them all, but you don't want to be looking for a piece of paper because you ran out of stuff to write on. You can go front and back if you want to, but don't get confused when it's time to flip those pages over and take pictures. Make life as easy for yourself as possible. Put 2 or 3 or 4 pins out on the table. So make sure, test them first. But if a pin runs out, you do not want to be having that clock ticking while you're looking for something to write with. These are all very simple steps that you can take to get your work area ready so that your mind can be clear. If you've turned in essay 7 or 8, even if you just turned them in, you've gotten them back, you've got feedback, you've got scores. Good question, Maria. There's an 8-digit number that you got it's in your confirmation email. It's on your e-ticket, on your test ticket that you got yesterday in your email. An 8-digit number, that's your AP ID. That is the number that should go on what you write. And your initials should go on it too. Sismai pointed out something. She took the government test on Monday, and I asked the group, if you took the government test, do you have any advice or questions? Any advice or concerns? She said, and it's a good thing, the College Board's been telling us, okay, you've got 45 minutes to write, and then you've got 5 minutes to upload. And she gave a reminder that the clock that you're going to see isn't split up like that. Like it doesn't run 45 to 0 and then start over 5 minutes to 0 for your upload. You'll just have 50 minutes on the clock, which means that you'll have the 50 minutes, 50, to read the prompt, answer the question, and upload your answer. And if you miss that 50-minute window, if something happens, then it's that makeup test in June. But we're going to get it all done tomorrow. I'm pretty confident. Maria, yes, the ID, the 8-digit code, and your initials. So for you, 8 numbers and then MG at the top of each page. Or if you're going to type it like you've been doing, Maria, 8 digits and your initials at the top of the document. And make sure if you're going to type it, when you copy and paste, that your 8-digit code and your initials are part of what you copy and paste. You don't need to make it a header. It doesn't need to be on every page, but if you're typing and pasting, it needs to be at the top of your document. All right, what other questions, concerns do you have about tomorrow? If you look in Google Classroom or in Remind, there's a video I put up earlier today. Takes you through the whole checklist. I went through the demo with you again so that you could see, okay, this is how we upload. I also spent a lot of time talking about a special issue for iPhone owners and users, ways you can make sure your picture gets uploaded properly. Because if you just take that iPhone picture and try and send it, like if you open up the exam on your phone and you take a picture and you try to upload it, it's not going to work. You're either going to have to change your picture settings, and in the video we talk about how to do that, It's got very clear directions. But, you know, a lot of people didn't know that going into the government tests. There's a lot of, shall we say, anger on Twitter because the College Board kind of came out and made an announcement shortly before the start of the government test. Oh, by the way, that iPhone format isn't probably going to work. So, other questions, concerns, anything about the big test tomorrow? I've been very pleased by the essay 7 and 8 responses. The only thing I'm not pleased with is the number of responses I've gotten. You know, in practice, obviously, you're in a situation you found out, oh, my GPA is not going to get affected if I don't do any work. And, you know, they've already announced, you know, you're valedictorian. And, but, you know, the AP test represents the opportunity for you to save hundreds and hundreds of dollars going into the fall, each AP test that you're taking. So if you've just kind of decided, oh, I don't need to do any of these things because it's not going to affect my GPA, that's kind of a short-sighted view because you could, you know, save yourself a lot of money. Okay, so Maria asks, can't we directly write the essay in the test? Or is it more of a recommendation to write it in a doc before pasting it? Well, let's have a look. So what I'm doing here is let's see, how can I? See if I can show you this. Okay, hold on. I'm having to teach myself how to do something on the fly that I did not know how to do. If this will work. Oh, that's Google Talk. Okay, it doesn't look like I can share a screen. So I'm going to go into the demo and I'm going to see if I can do that. So I'm going to the demo. I'm entering practice like you're supposed to. Okay, enter your personal information, review way. Okay. First name, last name. Okay, so entering my name again like I did earlier. Entering my email address. Where am I testing from? Get home. I agree to the terms and conditions. Now I can continue. My exam will begin soon. How to submit my response. Attach a text file. Attach a photo. Copy and paste. Okay, so what are my choices here? Oh, this is annoying. Okay, I'm going to let this clock run down. Because it says here, you cannot type your response into the text box. You cannot paste images into the text box. So the answer is, I don't know, but it says on the demo that you cannot type into the text window. You can copy and paste. So I don't know what the answer to that is, but you can. Also, if you do write it in Google Docs, one thing that's helpful, if you can type fast enough, is you can run a spelling and grammar check. So once you're done, you can go to Tools in the toolbar, and one of the choices there is spelling and grammar check. Also, you may get blue squiggly lines under some of your text. That means that there's something in the spelling or grammar that could be better. But, you know, if you're down to like 30 seconds before the end of the, you know, don't be doing that if you're about to run out of time. So So what other questions do you have about the test? Any concerns about tomorrow? Just a couple parting pieces of advice then. Do not write your name, write your 8-digit code and your initials. If you're writing the essay out, put those things on each page and number your pages. Do not use the word author. Don't tell us what the author's doing, because the author isn't the one talking. It's the narrator. Okay, I've written that in feedback so many times this year, and I did it a lot of times again today. So don't use author, use narrator. Get things rolling at 12:30. Open your Chromebook, punch your email, go to that email, open your exam ticket. Make sure everything's plugged in. Make sure everybody else in the house knows to chill out from 12:30 to 2, so you can go get your free college English by passing this test. Okay, last call. Any other questions about the test tomorrow? Any concerns? Anything you're worried about? Okay, so tomorrow we'll have another Q&A at 11:50 just for last minute questions. And I will be by the channel on Remind the whole time you're in the test. That doesn't mean you can ask me, hey, Boyson, what do you think about this test? What do you think about this passage? Because I'm not going to be able to see it. I don't have an exam ticket. You guys are the ones with the tickets. But what I can do is, if you have a question about uploading and you need help, I can perhaps troubleshoot. I can troubleshoot that for you. But basically, if you follow watch the video, go through the demo, practice. And because I could figure it out, and I'm not a very technologically savvy person. So you can do it too, and given all the other stuff that you guys can do technologically. So just practice it a few times, till it's second nature. Because what we should be seeing on this test is how well you can write, not, did technical problems cause a situation? Don't be that person. So go ahead, take the time and practice it. I guarantee between now and this time tomorrow, you can practice that demo 4 or 5 times if you need to, because we don't want that to stress you. All right. Well, if that's it, I'll see you at 11:50 tomorrow. We'll have a last minute Q&A, and stay safe. Be good to your families. Be sane. You're almost there. We'll see you tomorrow.